know my parents love me very much. By atbest. I know my parents love me very much, but I was one of 7 kids, and I have to say my folks weren't very smart, trying to raise us all on a single substitute teacher salary, but they loved us very much. I know because they often said so. They tossed around the words so much they might have been punctuation to everything else they said. On birthdays, our mom and dad would gather us all together and tell us the story of how we joined the family, with many interjections of eye rolls from the other kids who had heard it a million times, and yucks from the younger ones. You came into our family howling and covered in your mother's blood. Boy, did you have a set of lungs on you. That sort of thing. We didn't have much, but what we did have we shared. Hand-me-downs that kept us until they were shreds, which were then used as rags, nothing wasted. We moved around a lot too. As I got older, I put 2 and 2 together. I realized that the vacancy was because we'd skipped to the town before angry landlords came after us missing the rent. So yeah, things were tight, but so were we. My big sister talked to me every day over the phone, even when she left for college. My brothers were always there for me when the neighborhood kids would pick fights. Those kids were mean, in the way that only kids could be. A lot of it had to do with the neighbors. A lot of it had to do with the neighbors' gossip, that we were all bastards with various affairs from my mother had had. I guess I could see why they might have thought that. Line us all up, and we don't look like we're related at all. But my parents were crazy in love, and I knew they would never even consider cheating. There was only one more after me. My mom didn't let on that she was having another sibling until well into things. Wanted to be sure about it, I guess. But I was surprised that they were having another one. I was a preteen by then, and I thought I'd be the baby of the family forever. The poor kid was going to be the same age as their niece. My sister having just had her first when Mom made the announcement. A month of waiting on our mom, hand and foot, fussing about the cradles and baby names. Then my parents went away for a few days, and when they came back, I had a little brother. When I laid my eyes on him, I got a bad feeling in the pit of my stomach. I knew what healthy babies look like from the pictures of my sister's baby girl. My new brother did not look like a healthy newborn. If I knew then what I know now, I would have told someone. Child services, a teacher, but I was maybe blissfully or willfully arrogant, so I did nothing. I tried to treat my baby brother like one of the family. I really did. I think it was a relief to everybody when I moved out a few years later. There was too much tension. 5 weeks before graduation, I got the call. Come home quick. Mom has cancer. I dropped everything to go to her. Wouldn't you? My sister had become a doctor. Did I mention that? She basically moved in to be with my mom full-time nurse. From the pursed lips expression she gave me when she greeted me at the door, I knew it was bad. Ma kept her head up, but within months she was gone. I remember my sister staying up late, looking over Mom's medical information and muttering about how impossible it was. I didn't understand then. I do understand now. Shortly after the funeral, my dad took the last of her medication into the bathroom and followed her. He left us a letter, the bastard. After the police and the ambulance left, I watched my older brother read it before chunking the letter into the fireplace. He said we didn't need to know why Dad did what he did. All we had to know is how much he loved us and Mom. He looked right at my sister as he said this. The sick feeling that had been sitting curled in my gut for 8 years now solidified. Later, when I dug up my own mother's medical records out of the trash, I finally understood why that feeling was coming. My mother had had a history of ovarian cancer in her family. Hell, my mom had had a lot of bad medical history. What must have been the most devastating for her was the infidelity it caused. Not after my youngest brother, oh no, 2 years before the oldest. She always did tell me that she wanted a big family. The low-profile job that my dad worked. The consistent moving. The way that we all looked different. The pregnancies not announced before the time. The birthday stories. And the suicide. The way that my baby brother had looked that day my parents had brought him home. Not like a newborn baby. Not like a TV baby. like a baby, already 2 or 3 months old. Finally, the thing I looked up later, after I'd gotten thoroughly drunk. The string of murders that followed my family's trail the whole time. We came into the family crying and covered in our mother's blood, but not the blood of the woman who had been raising us. I know my parents love me very much, but ... by atbest. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for being with me on this reading. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.